Look, this is how I'm going to describe this just delightful film. It was a total palate cleanser for me this year.
Aww.
It was just so real and so fresh, and it just made my heart sing. So I just want to thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously,
It was quoted that. That's great.
I was-
Love that. That should be on that poster.
Yeah.
It was. So thank you. And I also thought this is kind of courageous for the two of you. And what's been the most surprising thing about telling such a personal story?
How many people have already watched it?
Well,
I was
sure.
Quite a few millions.
Yeah, I was surprised at the reaction. I guess not surprised, but it's been
lovely to
I
have
never expected.
the way that people connect to it. There's a lot of kind of points of entry. So we get a lot of people who are in interracial relationships or intercultural relationships. We got a lot of people who have been through an illness or have people showing me their surgery scars. I get that a lot.
People who like did stand up.
Yeah, and people who've disappointed their parents, which is literally everyone. So it's interesting. It's been really lovely to hear other people's stories, and that's something I was not really expecting.
Yeah, it's been surprising. I guess we didn't expect we'd hear so many people's like personal experiences. It's been
Right.
great.
And was there at any point you had to kind of really talk each other into saying, okay, we are going to tell this story?
I think you were a little more hesitant.
I was definitely more
than I
hesitant,
was.
yeah.
I had to talk her into it. Because she was like, well, then everyone's going to see the story. I'm like, don't worry, nobody's going to see it. And then here
Which is
we are.
yeah.
I had not thought
Here we
it
are in
through.
Australia.
Yeah, here we are in Australia making plans to go to New Zealand.
Excellent.
So it is great, but it is a little strange having so many people really see something very personal, because the process of making something personal is very different from the process.
Well, then you're
of-
letting in like 20 or 30 people. Like, at first we let in producers and then a director.
It was only 5 of us or so working on this
for so
a
long, and then you
time.
let in the cast, and then you let in the crew, and it's like, then the sound guy on our movie, Charles, was like telling me about a thing that he'd gone through, and it's like, oh, that's interesting, and then it just keeps getting a wider and wider circle. So I was more hesitant just because I'm a little bit more private, especially about medical stuff. Some of my close friends didn't know that I'd ever been sick because it's not something that comes up in conversation that often.
Yeah, that's a real conversation.
Yeah, it's hard to be like, do you guys have 30 minutes? I was in a coma.
I was in a coma for 8 days.
Anyway, I know we're having a fun
what's your
brunch.
story?
Let's get more mimosas and let
Yeah.
me tell you about my coma. So a lot of my close friends have, didn't know about this. And so now, at least I don't have to do that at brunches anymore because now everyone
It's out
will
there.
know.
Yeah, they're like, just go, pay $10, go see the movie.
And then let's have brunch
Do you
and
have
talk
any
about anything
questions?
else.
Yeah. That's right.
It's also kind of an amazing thing to do as a couple, and forgive me if this is too personal a question, but how has the whole process impacted on your relationship?
I like that you think that that's personal when we've like laid our lives bare for everyone. It's actually been really good.
It's been great.
We worked well together for a number of reasons. We sort of, from the beginning, wanted to make the same movie.
That's helpful.
We liked the same stuff. We liked the same movies. So we knew what kind of movie we wanted to make. So we were on board for that. And then sort of actually shooting the movie, which could have been very stressful, it was good to sort of, we really became a unit. It was
Yeah.
sort of us making sure we got through it. So she really supported me when I was having trouble on the set, and hopefully vice versa. So it actually was really good. And then through this process of going around promoting, it's been great to like be able to do it together.
And quite frankly, we've been through harder stuff than this.
Yeah,
So.
I forget.
Yeah,
We're good.
This is the second toughest thing we've done.
I love that game, and I just play it. Who's going to play me in a
Sure.
version of
Yeah.
myself? Sure. You chose yourself, which, okay,
It's
sure.
not kind of boring, right?
Yeah,
it's a
sure.
little bit of a boring answer.
So kind of fascinating to sit in a film about you, watching another actress, Pash, your husband. How'd you feel about that?
It's definitely a thing that could have been weird, but it really...
Wait, what did you say? Watching another actress? What?
Pash? Do you not have Pash?
What is Pash?
Like
So snog, open
Snog.
kiss.
Snog. Okay.
Yeah, do you have snog? What do you say to me?
No.
Make
I
out.
knew
Make
snog.
out?
Yeah.
Pash. We say
Pash.
pash in New Zealand. Go and pash
I
someone.
was thinking like Joe Pesci.
No.
That
That's
ma-
not someone I want to pesh.
No, but...
I don't want to pesh
So
Pesci.
Pash, if you like,
Is it like a passion?
Like
Is it
passion?
like
I
a
guess it's short for passion, but it's a passionate kiss. In New Zealand, you pash someone that you're really into. That's how you make it.
P-E-S-H?
P-A-S-H.
Pash.
P-A-S.
So what was it like having someone pesh me in a movie?
This is weirder.
pash?
The term pash is weirder.
I love it.
It's definitely one of those things that you know, he had to kiss other women in movies and stuff before.
I've pashed before.
He's pash. So I think, if anything, having some involvement in the pashing is better than kind of being like, what'd you do at work today? Did you guys? Because I think you imagine a makeout scene in a movie, they look really hot, and so you imagine that they're really hot when they're being filmed. They're not. It's like very awkward, and like
There's a bunch of people watching
it's
you.
so strange,
Not
and it's not like,
sexy.
and that was quite helpful to be like, oh, this isn't like they were just making out and they turned a camera on. So it's quite helpful, I would say.
Yeah, and it was a very hot little apartment where we were pashing, so it was.
I have totally given you a whole new.
He's going to be
word.
using this a lot.
I'm into
Yeah,
it.
it
Sounds
was-
good when you say it.
Yeah,
I like
it.
it.
It was very hot and sweaty and
Pashy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I have one last question because I'm also being wrapped, and we have to talk about the families. And I
Yes.
mean, oh my, where to start? The success of this film. How have both your family reacted to how huge the film?
It's so funny. I think that the process has been they didn't believe it was happening. They didn't believe it was a real movie. Then they were like, "Oh, it's a real movie. Look what our weird kids are doing." Then we showed them the movie, and they were all kind of went through their own reactions of the fact that this was based on a version of their lives as well, and so. That took some adjusting, and now they're in the full bragging phase.
Yeah, I think it turned out to be a lot more of a movie than they thought.
I think they thought we were just making it on our iPhones.
Yeah, the fact that it's a real movie and it's in theaters and it's been really well reviewed and it's like doing well. I don't know if it's surprising to them, but maybe it doesn't even feel that they're that surprised.
I sent Kumail's dad a Big Sick T-shirt, and he's been wearing it all over town to promote the movie. It's kind of adorable.
Well, I'm being wrapped. I literally could sit and talk to you all day. You guys are so charming.
Thank you for having us.
And for teaching us a new word.